Atlanta knew before the cast did. The city had already decided that a whisper about a hotel key in a stray, reckless question about a threesome would not stay buried. By the time they sat down, the room was a pressure cooker, and the internet was a live wire. Ashley arrived with her jaw locked, and her principles louder than the music. Karlie Red arrived with hair like a curtain and silence like a shield. Mendeecees arrived trying to be furniture present, useful, and somehow invisible. But nothing is invisible when truth is hunting for an exit. You could taste the tension. Flowers stopped chimming. Chairs quit scratching. Even laughter got nervous. Ashley didn't raise her voice. She didn't have to. "Are we really going to act like nothing happened?" she said, steady as a surgeon. It was less a question and more a summons. Karlie Red cocked an eyebrow. The kind of expression that says I'm unbothered while the pulse says something else. "What are you even talking about, Ashley?" The syllables slid, glossy and dismissive, but the edges trembled. Ashley didn't blink. "Don't play. You asked what you asked. You mentioned that hotel key. And when the room wanted clarity, you left me holding the bag and looking crazy." The word key hit like a dropped plate. Heads turned. Bodies froze. Phones tilted. From the corner, Mendeecees set his glass down like he was lowering a live grenade. "You bringing that up here?" he asked, keeping the tone calm. "Carrying the worry anyway?" "Yes," Ashley said. "Because truth doesn't heal in hiding." The table leaned in. The audience in the room and the one at home that would watch later on loop felt it. This wasn't cloud chasing. This was a boundary being drawn with permanent ink. It was a joke. Karlie Red tried, airing and performed. "People joke all the time. Jokes come from somewhere," Ashley answered. "And when a joke uses my name, his name, and a key, it's not comedy, it's disrespect." Someone exhaled a stunned whew. Another whispered, "She said it." Mendeecees lifted his hands a little, palms down, peacemaker mode. "I believe in honesty," he said. "I also believe in timing. Timing is how lies survive," Ashley cut in. "Delay is just a disguise. We've been polite long enough." And there it was, Ashley's superpower. She doesn't shout. She centers. She pins the moment to the mat and makes everyone watch it breathe. "Fine," Karlie Red said, arms crossing back, the choreography of internal debate. "Yes," I asked. "Yes, the key got mentioned." "No, I didn't come clean right away." Soft gasps, a few nods, one hand over a mouth. Mendeecees gave a small nod, half relief, half warning. "That's a start," he said. "Thank you," Ashley replied, no gloating. No grin, just that steady eye contact that says we're not weaponizing this. We're repairing something. Step 1 is acknowledgement. Step 2 is consistency, but the room did not relax. The air loosened, sure, but it did not soften. Because confessions don't close chapters, they open audits. Who knew? Who lied? Who laughed? Who co-signed? Allegiance math began in real time if she said that and didn't admit it. What else did she float and dodge? The quiet had accountability in it now. "I didn't expect it to explode like this," Karlie Red admitted, the camera polish slipping. Honesty peeking through. "It was messy, that's the nature of half-truths," Ashley said. "They start small and end up owning the room. Then let's handle the rest with care," Mendeecees offered, threading calm through live wires. "Truth plus restraint, we owe the group that." "Restraint isn't silence," Ashley replied. "Restraint is clarity." Around them, friends recalculated. Family resorted their faces. Staff pretended to be invisible and failed. Atlanta did what Atlanta does, started writing captions for a clip that hadn't aired yet. You could feel the future trending, the key, the question, the stare. 3 artifacts. 1 turning point. "Let me be clear," Ashley said, sweeping the table with a look. "I'm not here to embarrass Karlie. I'm not here to drag Mendeecees. I'm here to set the bar. If we can't be clean off camera, we're just in costume on camera." "You want rebuild?" Mendeecees asked quietly. "It's work. Brick by brick," Ashley said. "But the foundation has to be truth. A beat, a breath. The sound of a chapter ending and another beginning." Karlie Red gave a slow nod. Pride sanded down to something softer. "Going forward, no more dodging." "Then we move," Ashley answered. "But if the story twists again, I won't." And just like that, part 1 wrote itself. Ashley lit a match beneath the lie. Karlie Red took the heat but stayed. Mendeecees tried to hold the room together without selling anyone a bedtime story. The city would do the rest. DMs, blogs, thumbnails, hashtags. But for the people in that room, the loudest sound was the quiet afterward, the knowledge that trust had just been audited. And some accounts were overdrawn. The room didn't empty. It recalibrated. Ashley stayed seated, spine straight, hands still. The kind of stillness that wins scenes and saves souls. Karlie Red rolled her shoulders once, like she was trying to release old reflexes. Mendeecees breathed through his nose and counted invisible numbers. 1 part referee. 1 part bridge, 1 part man who knows bridges burn if nobody tends the beams. "This isn't just one conversation," Mendeecees said. voice low enough to invite maturity. It's patterns, history. Trust exactly, Ashley nodded. One admission doesn't erase everything, but it can change what we tolerate. Around them, the whispers evolved from gasps to game plans. Can they film together next week? Who sits next to who? Does this become a cast divide or a cast reset? Even the air had opinions now. I get why you're upset, Karlie Red said. Not to the room, not to the cameras, to Ashley. I should have handled it differently. Step 1, Ashley said. Step 2 is behavior. Then let's map it, Mendeecees offered, leaning in. No more dodge and deflect. If something is said, it's owned. If a rumor starts, it's checked. If a joke lands heavy, we call it heavy. We don't haha our way into disrespect. Across the table, nods. Across the internet when they see it, debates. Across Ashley's face, resolve. Understand this, Ashley added, looking directly at Karlie Red. I'm not asking you to like me more. I'm asking you to treat truth like the entry fee. It's hard to admit you messed up in front of everybody, Karlie Red said, voice thinner but truer. But I see it now. That's growth, Ashley replied. Growth is uncomfortable, which is why most people skip it. Someone in the back murmured, she's fearless. Someone else countered, she's precise. Both were right. Ashley doesn't swing wildly. Ashley aims. Let's not pretend the fallout isn't real, Mendeecees cautioned. And the fallout isn't real, Mendeecees cautioned. Clips will clip. Blogs will blog. People will rearrange loyalty based on a headline. Headlines come and go, Ashley said. Boundaries stay. And then they did something most rooms never do, they made the subtext a list. No more coded jokes about keys, rooms, or threes. If you mean speculation, say speculation. If you mean shade, own shade. First conversation in private, second on camera. We're not feeding the internet before we feed the truth. If someone looks crazy, correct it in the same volume you created it. Public mess deserves public mending. We center respect. If a story risks dignity, it's not a storyline, it's a liability. The list didn't fix history, but it fenced the future. You could feel the temperature drop. Even the cameras, if they could blink, would have blinked slower. I'm ready to take responsibility, Karlie Red said, this time like a vow instead of a sentence. I can't undo the mess, but I can stop feeding it. Words start the rebuild, Ashley replied. Consistency finishes it. Trust is time plus proof, Mendeecees added. Not posts, proof. Atlanta thrives on receipts. Real life does too. That's the quiet truth that doesn't trend. Healing is boring until it isn't. And then it saves everything. Let's be clear on one more thing, Ashley said, eyes moving across the room like a scanning beam. I didn't confront to humiliate Karlie. I confronted to protect me and anyone else who gets turned into a punchline. Because someone needed content, a murmur of respect rolled the table. Even those who flinched at the word threesome were nodding now, not because it was salacious, but because it was finally contained. Then we protect the circle, Mendeecees said. We fight in facts, not in captions. You can quote that, Ashley replied, a small smile finally appearing. That one can trend. Phones buzzed messages from other rooms, other circles. The outside world was catching the scent, but the inside world had already shifted. Karlie Red uncrossed her arms and left them that way. Surrender is not a weakness when it's a choice. I'm not letting my worst moment define me, Karlie Red said. Hold me to the standard, I will, Ashley said. And I'll let you hold me, too. That's when the energy changed, like a storm that decides to drop rain instead of lightning. The faces softened. The table unclenched. Even the walls seemed to breathe. No, one clap, this isn't a reunion stage. But the feeling was there, something hard had just turned honest. Make no mistake, the aftermath will be loud. Thumbnails will scream key in neon. Captions will overheat the word threesome. Editors will slice the confession into 12 angles and 3 soundtracks. But the people who matter, the ones who share rooms and secrets, and hard mornings, will remember 2 things. Ashley demanded truth without turning it into a trophy. Karlie Red admitted the part she played and chose accountability over aesthetic. Mendeecees kept the roof from caving while refusing to wallpaper the cracks. When the next dinner happens, and it will, eyes will still dart, cameras will still blink, and Atlanta will still whisper. But the floor will be different. It will creak less. It will hold more weight, because the foundation got tested and, somehow, strengthened. Honesty isn't a storyline, Ashley said, standing at last. It's the price of admission. Paid, Karlie Red answered. Do every day, Mendeecees added. And just like that, the scene ended not with a glass thrown, but with a line drawn clean, visible. Enforceable. The city will argue, the fans will dissect, the blogs will guess. Let them inside the circle. The rule is simple, no more fog. Truth walked in, sat down, and asked for a chair. It's not leaving. It's not leaving.